Hello and welcome everyone to the Carolinas CACRAO event. We are so thrilled that you have joined us for this wonderful event. We have fantastic institutions ready to tell you all about their campuses and programs. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You may use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You don't need to wait until a certain institution is presenting. If you have questions for any of our panelists today, go ahead and use that Q&A function anytime tonight. This is one of many different sessions happening. It is the last session of this event. We do have a transfer event happening in the next week, so take a look for that if that is of interest. But keep in mind that this presentation and all of the other sessions are being recorded, and you can catch those recordings within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I just put that link in the chat for you as well. All right, now on to the main event. We're going to turn it over to our first campus. We're going to hear from Florida Southern College first. Take it away when you're ready.
All right, well, thanks so much. Let me go ahead and pull up my PowerPoint. Okay, all right, and here we go. All right, well, great. Thanks for being here, everyone. So my name is Brian Emery. I am a senior admissions counselor with Florida Southern, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the college. So first and foremost, we are located in Lakeland, Florida, right in between Tampa and Orlando, so pretty central in the state. We're one of the oldest private colleges in the state as well. We've been around since 1883. Our overall student population is a little over 3,000. About 2,600 of that is our traditional undergraduate student. So that's definitely where most of our students are kind of, what program they're in. We do have some graduate programs as well. And about 60% of our students are from Florida, and then the other 40% are from just about every state in the country, as well as about 40 or 50 different countries from around the world as well. Pretty solid international student body on campus. Academically, we're very comprehensive. We offer over 70 programs along with a lot of pre-professional tracks, so pre-medicine, pre-law, pre-physical therapy, pre-dentistry, those type of things. And so we do have, again, some master's and doctorate programs on campus in areas such as education, business, nursing, accounting, physical therapy, just to name a few. Some really good options there. We do also have some accelerated options where you can actually get your bachelor's and master's in a 5-year track as opposed to a more traditional 6 or so. We do also offer 3 guarantees for our students. This is really important to remember, kind of really easy to remember as well. But we offer 3 guarantees: study abroad, internship, and then 4-year graduation. Study abroad, every student qualifies for a study abroad trip once they complete 2 years with us. And these trips are little or no additional cost, which is how we're able to guarantee them. We want to make sure every student that comes to Florida Southern has the opportunity for study abroad, and finances are not going to be an obstacle or an impediment to that. We do guarantee an internship as well. This is really important for professional experience, getting an inside look into a particular industry that you eventually want to enter yourself and start a career in. So that's really important for our students to have that opportunity. And then we guarantee graduation in 4 years, when the national average to get a bachelor's degree is about 5.5. So we want you getting your education in an efficient time, but really preparing you as well, making sure that you're graduating in a good time, and also getting into graduate programs and jobs before the average college graduates as well. Let's see, a lot of ways to get involved on campus, tons of clubs and organizations, everything from kind of more academic clubs and honor societies to more social clubs. We do also have campus ministries as well for students interested in continuing with that, intramural sports, and also NCAA Division II varsity sports. We are one of the top 3 most successful Division II programs in the country. So high-level collegiate athletic program, along with some club sports as well, which we've really been expanding in the last 5 to 10 years. So there's really no shortage of ways to get involved in a variety of different manners when you're on campus, both academically, socially, athletically, and in a lot of different ways. All right, application process. First and foremost, it is free. We do not charge anything to apply. On the upper left, you'll see we have 3 different ways to apply: our own application. We also accept the Common App and the Coalition application. Totally up to you. We have no preference. And then the items that we need would be your application, of course, your high school transcript. Test scores are optional. We are a test optional school. and then a letter of recommendation as well. We'd like to see those, but not technically required either. And the numbers on the bottom kind of give you a general idea of some of the averages. So weighted GPA, super score on the tests as well. So if you take them multiple times, send us every score that you have. Then financial aid, what we do is when you first apply, we evaluate your application. It's rolling admissions, by the way, so you can apply really kind of anytime throughout the summertime to March 1st of your senior year. Once we evaluate your application, determine if you're accepted, we'll also automatically look to see if you qualify for any merit scholarships. Merit scholarships you can see there, between $7,000 to $21,000 a year, and those are based on your GPA if you're test optional. If you submit test scores, we will use both your GPA and your test scores to determine what scholarship bracket you fall into. Anything else you get, FAFSA, departmental scholarships, talent-based awards, we have additional grants and things like that. So really anything would just stack on top of that merit scholarship, and you'll get that merit scholarship notification at the same time if you are accepted at the college as well, usually about 2 to 4 weeks after you complete your application. Our prestige scholarships as well, those are some of our top most competitive scholarships. There's additional requirements for those. You'll see the deadlines are November 1st is the priority one, January 3rd is the final. So if you have any questions of eligibility, you could let us know, or rather you could reach out to us and then we can let you know. But you do have to be accepted to Florida Southern first in order to apply. So make sure you get your normal admissions application in before you look into that. And then come visit us. We are offering campus tours. We've been doing it for a while now. Limited capacity still, but about 2 or 3 tours a day. So a lot of options. And there's also a ton of virtual options as well. I know a lot of colleges over the last year have really been expanding the virtual offerings for students and families, different videos and webinars and virtual tours and things like that. So definitely continue to, check us out, and whether it's coming to campus or looking at the virtual offerings, there's really no shortage of ways to learn more about us and see if we might be a good fit for you. And that's pretty much it for me. Thanks so much.
Fantastic. What a great way to kick off tonight's event. Thank you so much, Florida Southern College. We are going to hear now from Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics, Myrtle Beach. Take it away when you're ready.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time to listen. My name is Sally Krasovic, and I am with the Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics Myrtle Beach campus, and we specialize in training aircraft technicians for the aviation industry. So what exactly is an aviation technician? Any work completed on an aircraft in the United States, whether it is a blimp, a helicopter, or a fixed-wing aircraft, must be signed off by an appropriately certified individual. That individual would be your aviation technician. And PIA, we have been training aircraft technicians since 1929. We were founded out of the Curtiss Wright Flying Services, and that is the same Orville Wright that was first in flight. So this makes us one of the oldest aviation schools in the nation. We are celebrating with over 90 years experience. So we have campuses in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We also have campuses in Youngstown, Ohio, Hagerstown, Maryland, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is where I'm from. We have been in Myrtle Beach since 2012, and we are literally 3 minutes drive from 60 miles of sandy beaches. So we are ranked by Forbes as the #1 two-year trade school, and not just as an aviation and aerospace school, but over all trade schools in the country. And this ranking was based on a multitude of factors, such as student success, the amount of money a student can earn in the industry, and how quickly they could obtain jobs once they graduated. So this is something we are very proud of. So at PIA, you will not find large lecture halls. There is nothing wrong with that. It is just not who we are. We are a hands-on educational institution where students really get to live out the lessons that they're learning by working on live aircrafts and engines. And this is an aspect that our students really enjoy. About 60% of our program is hands-on. And we offer only 2 specialized programs: aircraft maintenance and avionics technicians. Avionics, works on what I call the brains of the plane. So they're working on things like the navigation systems, the communication systems, radar and weather avoidance systems, flight controls, and even the automated piloting systems. And then you have your maintenance technicians. They get to inspect, repair, and maintain every aspect of the aircraft. So this requires that they learn the airframe, which is your sheet metal and welding, your composite materials, your hydraulics and pneumatics, as well as the power plant, which quite simply is the aircraft's engines. And aviation affects our lives in so many ways, beyond commercial aviation that we all think about. There are things like medical transportation, where air ambulances are moving patients or transporting organs or blood products. High power lines, where linemen are being transported in a helicopter to perform maintenance sitting on the outrigger there. Cargo's huge. Think of FedEx, UPS, Amazon's huge. And then aerospace, where graduates get to work on vehicles in the Earth's atmosphere or in outer space. And our graduates, they can go on to work at places like NASA, SpaceX, Aerojet Rocketdyne, Pratt & Whitney, American Airlines, to name just a few. They hold transferable skills that can be used in a broad range of industries. Yes, in the aviation sector, but also in specialty fields that include avionics, balloons, airships, rotorcraft, and unmanned aircraft systems. So at the Myrtle Beach campus, we offer the Aviation Maintenance Technology Certification. This is a 16-month program. It is full-time, and at the end of it, students will have earned their FAA, airframe, and power plant licensing. Let's take a look at what a typical day at PIA is, and maybe you'll see yourself there. So if this is something that you think might be exciting for you, then take a picture with your phone of this QR code and you can contact us, and we would be more than happy to get some more information to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics, Myrtle Beach. Fantastic presentation. We are going to hear now from the University of Arizona whenever you're ready. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. You were right. Miami University, you were all ready. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No worries. Right. All righty. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Hannah Stone. I am with Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. I am the Southeast Senior Assistant Director of Regional Enrollment. So I recruit and work with students from across the southeastern part of the U.S. So a little bit about Miami. We are located in the town of Oxford, Ohio, which is about an hour southwest of the city of Cincinnati. So if you are looking for that kind of small college town experience, Miami as well as Oxford can check a lot of those boxes. We call ourselves the brains of a big university with the heart of a small school. We are still considered to be a mid-size institution, although I will say we are on the larger end of that with over 17,000 undergraduate students across 6 colleges and over 120 different majors. We really do work to give our students kind of a small school environment though. This means that with our student population, we are still giving you small class sizes. So our average class size is 30 students per class with all of our classes taught by professors on campus. So really allowing our students to make the most out of their academic experience. We're also a very close and tight-knit community in Oxford. We have over 600 different student organizations, so really something for everyone. We are known as a public Ivy institution. This was a monkey year developed after a study in the 1980s that named Miami, along with several other notable institutions, notable public institutions, I should say, as being able to bring an Ivy level education for a public school price. So part of that value statement is we are also a top 5 institution for undergraduate teaching. So I mentioned previously that it is your professors who are teaching all of your classes on campus. This really does give our students an opportunity to get to know who their professors are, and in turn, our professors get to know who you are as an individual, what your interests are. So therefore, if they can recommend a research project or an internship, they really do know how their students think and how their students learn. Just some general facts about our accepted student profile. I do want to highlight we are test optional for admission and merit consideration for fall of 2022. So it is completely up to you if you would like to submit your ACT or SAT scores in order to be considered for admission to Miami for this upcoming year. Also want to point out that a majority of our students are coming from outside the state of Ohio. So in terms of kind of enhancing that campus community, our students are really staying on campus during the weekend. So really always something going on with various organizations across campus. You are automatically considered for merit scholarships if you apply by our priority deadline of December 1st. So just kind of keep that date in the back of your mind. To give you an idea of the range of our merit scholarships based primarily on academic performance throughout high school, we do list our ranges up here. These scholarships are automatically renewable for all 4 years during your Miami experience. Our merit guarantee ties into our tuition promise, which basically stipulates a fixed rate of tuition for each class cohort for all 4 years of their time at Miami. So this allows us students and families to really budget accordingly for all 4 of those years, because once you start at Miami, we are committed to helping you graduate from here, and being able to plan for all 4 years financially definitely can really clear up a lot of that confusion and really allow for students to focus on their academic experience. And of course, outcomes. So at Miami, you are going to have an amazing student experience, but we are also making sure that you are going to be well prepared for that next step after graduation. So whether that's going on to law or medical school or going into your first career, we have a really amazing career center that will help you find an internship during your time at Miami, but also really help set you up for that next stage after graduating. Same with any of our pre-professional programs. You will receive academic advising and everything that is tailored to your interests, allowing you to really explore and be a competitive candidate for those graduate and professional level programs after graduating. So that is all I have on a formal level for tonight. So here's my contact information. If you do have any more questions about Miami, would love to hear from you. And thank you for tuning in.
Wonderful, fantastic presentation from Miami University. I want to remind everyone that the Q&A function is open, so make sure you get those questions in for our panelists today. But now we are going to hear from the University of Arizona when you're ready.
Alrighty, awesome. Thank you so much. So hello, everyone. My name is Kiana Reed. I am the Northeast Regional Recruiter here at Arizona. So one of 3 of us who are based on the East Coast covering for my Southeast colleague, but I'm thrilled to be here today and tell you a little bit more about Arizona. So I definitely want to start by setting the scene a little bit. The University of Arizona is located in Tucson, Arizona. And as you can see, we have quite a few students. We have a total population of right around 46,000 students, with about 36,000 of them being our undergraduate population. So though our population is on the larger side, our campus is only 1 square mile. So that includes all of your classes, your dorms, restaurants, athletic facilities, and resource centers. So a lot of what we do at Arizona is allowing you to still have the benefits of going to a large university, but really putting a lot of resources and systems in place so that you feel supported and it doesn't feel too overwhelming, because of course the transition from high school to college can feel that way. So with over 250 degrees and the ability to have multiple majors and minors, our students are really able to explore, all your passions, ranging from the arts to the sciences and everything in between. Our average class size is right around 20 to 29 students with a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And then we have a handful of resources, like I mentioned, specifically when it comes to academic things that come to mind are our think tank, our peer tutoring program, as well as our SALT Center, which is a specific program for students with any learning or attention challenges who are really looking for that individualized approach and support. So SALT stands for Strategic Alternative Learning Techniques. But of course, we want you to graduate not just with your degree, but with a skill set. So we do have an office of 100% student engagement who focuses solely on helping our Wildcats find ways to take what they're learning in the classroom and really apply it in the real world. So that can look like a multitude of things, and it's always going to depend on your major and the program you're in, the type of experience you're looking for, as well as kind of, your 4-year plan and what that looks like. So you certainly will have your advisors to help you kind of set up that plan and what's going to be in store for you during your time at Arizona. Now, I do have to highlight research. We're what's called a Tier 1 research institution and a member of the Association of American Universities. So this is an exclusive club of about 65 universities across the country who focus on providing research opportunities to students and have been recognized for their work and the amount of opportunities. So we get access to grants, research, and wonderful opportunities that you might not find anywhere else. And we're a proud member, being that we're the only member of all the schools in the state of Arizona. Now, on a co-curricular level, you'll definitely find a number of opportunities to get involved. There are over 600 clubs and organizations. We have our D1 athletics, which I know we're very well known for, our cultural centers, leadership organizations, pretty active Greek life on campus. But that just goes to show, there's always something to do on campus, and you're likely going to find other students who are interested in the same things as you, kind of right off the bat. I always say the best thing to do is to get involved. And then, of course, beyond the campus walls, you can always explore the beautiful city of Tucson. So whether you're a foodie, Tucson's very well known for their food. We are a city, so you have that traditional campus feel. And then you step outside of the campus, you have the city of Tucson for all of that entertainment. And then you also have the Sonoran Desert that surrounds us with beautiful mountain ranges for hiking and biking, all of those wonderful outdoor adventures. So there's truly something for everyone in Wildcat Country. When it comes to applications, we are going to be accepting applications for fall 2021 until May 3rd of this year. So still a little bit of time for any folks in here who might be looking to still apply. But the fall 2022 application will be available on our website and on the Common App, as well as the Coalition app on July 1st of this year. We're a rolling admission institution, so it's about a 2 to 4 week turnaround time for you to receive your admission decision once you submit a completed application. So that application will include self-reported grades, as well as an optional personal statement. Please note that we don't use letters of recommendation, and SATs or ACTs are not going to be required for admission or merit consideration for fall 2022, nor are they currently for fall 2021. And then, of course, when it comes to your education, cost is a big piece of it. So we do offer a guaranteed tuition plan. So this means that whatever the cost of tuition and fees is during your first year, it's going to be that same price for you all 4 years. Again, just makes it a little bit transparent. You can budget for all 4 years rather than just the one. And we do have about 90% of our students receiving some form of financial aid. So of course, we encourage the free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, but we also have our wonderful Arizona tuition awards. So this is the chart for fall 2021. The new one will be coming in a couple of months or so once that gets finalized. But when you apply to Arizona, you are automatically considered for our merit scholarships. So this is what the non-Arizona resident scholarships look like, ranging from $1,000 to $35,000 per year. And these are renewable for all 4 years. You also will get access to something called Scholarship Universe as soon as you get accepted. So you'll be able to go in there, create an account, and be matched up with a handful of internal and external scholarships. So a lot of times students ask, what's the benefit of applying early? In addition to you just finding out your decision sooner, you also get access to things like Scholarship Universe sooner. And with that, I want to just encourage you all to continue to connect with us if this was at all interesting. So we have some great virtual options on our website. And I will also leave our contact information down below. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you, the University of Arizona. We're going to hear now from Bridgewater College.
Yes, let me pull up my PowerPoint real quick. All right. Hi, guys. My name is Mary Beth Killian, and I'm here with Bridgewater College. If I look young, that's just because I just graduated from Bridgewater. And I like to always joke and say that I love Bridgewater so much that now I work here. And it is truly a great, great school. So our student body, we are a small liberal arts college. We have about 16,000 or 1,600 students in our enrollment, which include undergraduate students and our grad students as well. And a real cool thing about Bridgewater is that 30% of our students are actually student athletes. So we do have a lot of athletes who love coming to Bridgewater and love being a part of our D3 school. With academics, we have tons and tons of different divisions for you to be a part of. Everything from communication studies to fine arts, which includes theater and any comm majors you're a part of. We have humanities and social sciences, natural sciences, professional studies, anything that you might be interested in, you will most likely find here at Bridgewater. Our top majors are anything from business, bio, health and exercise science, psychology, and liberal studies. Our liberal studies program, that is actually our teacher education program. We also do have graduate programs, and we are looking forward to gaining more graduate programs as we continue on. One of the newest additions to Bridgewater's campus is the John Kenny Ford Learning Commons. This is not only just our new library, but it's also where all of our academic resources are located. And not only that, but it is where you as a student can go and feel fulfilled in a lot of different ways. This was a $13.2 million renovation. However, this was all from our donors. So tuition didn't have to go up or anything like that. We have a great alum system who loves our students now. The resources you're going to find here are anything from career services. Those are people who can hook you up with an internship. We also have our IT center in here, anything with tutoring and peer coaching. If you need help organizing your time or need help with a specific class, we have that here for you. And we have also media presentation rooms and research services available. One of the really awesome things about Bridgewater is you can do research here as an undergrad student. Our professors love meeting with students and helping with research. We also have a Starbucks on campus. That's our Smitty's Cafe. And we have an art gallery as well. And tons of different study spaces in our great room, which is pictured on the second floor of this building. Our student life here is great. We have an awesome community. You will find anything from all of our different athletic teams. We have over 23 NCAA teams, anything from football, basketball, lacrosse, swimming, tons and tons of awesome things. The really cool thing is Bridgewater is not just one type of athletic school. We have tons of different teams for you. And including, we actually just got a new marching band. So if you are interested in marching, we definitely encourage you to come to Bridgewater. We are seeking people who are just have the heart for it, and we just appreciate our band students. Including that, we also have over 60 clubs and organizations on campus, anything from religious clubs, hiking outdoor clubs. We just got a new D&D club if that interests anyone. We also have tons of different honor societies and musical ensembles for our students as well. However, if you're not interested in athletics or clubs and organizations, we also do have a bunch of campus recreation with over 30 intramural sports teams and outdoor programs as well. Our financial aid, it's awesome because at Bridgewater, 99% of our students actually receive some type of financial aid. And a lot of that comes from our merit scholarships. So that's all based on your GPA and how you do in high school. And those range anywhere from $21,000 to $30,000, which I know for me when I was a student meant the world. We also have tons of out-of-state scholarships. So if you are coming from North Carolina or South Carolina, that is all just based on your address, which is awesome. And we also encourage our students to fill out the FAFSA. That way they can also get federal aid as well. Our admissions is pretty easy. All you have to do is apply through either our website, which is the bridgewater.edu, or our common application. We are test optional this year, as you've probably heard from other people. So you do not have to submit your SATs or ACT scores, and they are not going to hurt you in any way if you don't submit them. We're also rolling admission, so you will hear back from us in about 2 weeks about your admissions decision. Feel free to still apply now. We are taking admissions until May 1st. So definitely keep that in mind. However, for everyone who might be applying next year, our early action deadline is November 15th. And the only other items we're going to ask of you is your high school transcript and also SATs and ACT scores if you don't apply test optional. But if you do apply test optional, then we just need your high school transcript. But if you need to know any more information, our contact information is right here, but I'll also put it in the link below as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Bridgewater College. Another great presentation. We are going to close out the individual presentation section of this event with the University of Mississippi, whenever you are ready.
Okay, let me get it screen share. Everything around. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Slater, and I am the admissions counselor for the University of Mississippi for Georgia and South Carolina. Let's see. So the University of Mississippi is affectionately known as Ole Miss. We're founded in 1848 as the flagship university of the state of Mississippi. We have a student enrollment of over 23,000 students, represent all different counties in Mississippi, all 50 states, and over 90 different countries. So pretty diverse student body on campus. Have 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So lots of opportunities to really get to know your professors and to build those relationships with them. We're Carnegie R1 Research University, meaning a high level of research on campus, and lots of opportunities for you as a student to get involved with that research. We house the state's only medical center in Jackson, Mississippi, and we've received a number of awards campus-wide, like Most Beautiful Campus, as well as one of the safest campuses, which are two things that we really value, appreciate. And then we also have a number of top nationally ranked programs, like our School of Accountancy is ranked in the top 10 at all different levels, bachelor's, graduate, master's, and PhD programs, ranked top 10 in the country, as well as a number of other programs like business, education, and so on. So Ole Miss is located in the small town of Oxford, Mississippi, in the northern part of the state. Been named a top college town by a number of publications, play host to several festivals that attract people from all across the country, including the Oxford Film Festival in the fall and Double Decker Bus Festival in the spring. Have a number of award-winning restaurants, local boutiques, and thriving nightlife in our cute little downtown square area. And we're a short drive from Memphis, about an hour below them, and within close distance to a number of national park areas like Sardis Lake and the Holly Springs National Forest. So academically, we have over 80 different undergraduate majors across all of our different academic units. And even within that, a large number of different minor specializations, emphasis areas. And so really there's a lot of different ways to customize your plan of study based on what you're interested in. So if you have any interest, anything that you're really interested in studying or want to focus on, we can look and see what we have at Ole Miss, and likely we'll have something for you or a path in which you can pursue. We have a number of special programs on top of our regular academic programs. And so these do require a separate application from the normal application for admission. But all these programs can really help you stand out and really help you focus and hone in on different areas. So we have the Honors College, in which all of our students who graduate undergrad graduate having written and done a thesis, a research project, which is something that is really cool and really valuable, especially coming out of your undergrad. We have Trent Lott Leadership Institute for those interested in political science and public policy leadership, Croft Institute for International Studies people. If you're interested in Chinese or Arabic language, we have the flagship programs for those. Center of Manufacturing Excellence for engineering, accounting, or business majors interested in getting some experience in the manufacturing side of things. Intelligence Security Studies, education program, and then early entry pharmacy. And if any of these strike your interest or in your field, we can definitely talk more about them, how they stand out, and the application process for them. So student life, we have over 400 different student organizations on campus, and that includes 31 different Greek life organizations, our fraternity and sororities. About, I believe the number now is 40% of our student body is involved in Greek life. So if that's something that you're interested in, we do have a very strong Greek life at Ole Miss. But that's not to say that if Greek life is not your thing, you can certainly still find your community on campus. We do have a first-year residency requirement that can help with that, in which all of our freshmen are required to live on campus that first year. We have 2 campus recreation facilities on campus, with our newest one fit in this bottom picture, which is huge and has state-of-the-art facilities, rock climbing wall, the whole 9 yards. And then we have a number of Ole Miss traditions that are intentionally designed to really help you get connected with campus from the very beginning, from when you step foot that first week, all the way through your 4 years. We are an NCAA SEC Division I school with 16 different men and women's athletics teams, and students are able to gain entry to all these events, with the exception of football, for free with their student ID. So that's something that's really cool for our students. And we have a number of athletic traditions like the Grove that I have to quickly note, which is in this top picture here. It's a 10-acre grassy area in the middle of campus, lots of trees, really beautiful place you can, on a normal day, study between classes. Some professors may even have classes out there. But on game day, it turns into what's been called the holy grail of tailgating, and it is really a unique experience and something that we're quite proud of. So moving over to the financial aid side real quick, always encourage you to complete a FAFSA. Then within scholarships, they differ into 2 categories, non-competitive and competitive. There are a number of opportunities there, just non-competitive are the ones that you automatically considered for, and competitive are the ones that you need to submit an application for. So last thing, our timeline, if you're a current senior, you can go ahead and still apply. We are still accepting applications on a rolling basis. But if you're a current junior, that will open on July 1st. And then there'll be different steps on the way, like housing, special programs, and all that will be worked on throughout the year. But this is my contact information. If you have any questions about Ole Miss or the application process or anything at all, please let me know. And I will be happy to help in any way that I can. Nice to meet you all, and howdy toddy.
Thank you so much, the University of Mississippi. A great way to close out our individual campus presentations. We are going to take advantage of having all of these experts on one call today. So we are going to move into a brief Q&A, and I'm going to ask all of my fellow panelists to join me on the screen here with their videos on. I'm going to share my, I did share my screen. Our first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We're going to go in the same order, kicking it off with Florida Southern College.
All right. I think, I guess one piece of advice would be, I think there's kind of different, trying to find the best fit for you. And there, that kind of comes in different forms, I suppose. So the 3 that I typically, when I'm talking to students or families, is finding the best academic fit, the best social fit, and the best financial fit. I think those tend to be kind of some of the 3 key areas of, students as you're trying to figure out which college you want to attend, making sure that academically it has the program you're looking for and you feel like you're going to be challenged and do well. Socially, you're going to, feel a part of the community, you're going to make friends, get involved, make it a kind of second home for you. And then financial fit, obviously that one's kind of self-explanatory, just making sure that, whatever college you go to makes sense financially for you and your family, and you're not stretching yourselves too thin. So I guess that would kind of be my thoughts.
Great answer. Pia Myrtle Beach, what would you like to share?
To tap onto what my colleague just said is definitely take that time to explore post-secondary options. Don't limit yourself at this point. Go to the trade schools, but also go to a community college, go to the four-year colleges. And the biggest takeaway I have for you is ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what we're all here for, and no question is silly. So just, take that initiative and ask those questions to us.
Great advice. Thank you. Miami University, what would you like to add?
So I'm going to build on the asking questions tip, and we want to hear from students, you directly. It's great, parents, if you want to get involved, we definitely encourage that. I particularly would encourage it for more of the financial standpoint conversation. But students, when it comes to finding your fit, it really is about you. So this is a great time in your life to learn to take a little bit more self-advocacy and agency over your college search process. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us directly. This is literally our job description. We want to help you. So please do not feel afraid to reach out to us directly with your questions.
Great advice. You all hear that? They want to hear from you. Reach out to them. Wonderful. The University of Arizona, what would you like to add?
Yeah, so I totally echo all of my colleagues. Great advice. Like, don't limit yourself. But I think my piece of advice is, I think, a little bit specific to like right now and like the time we're in. So many schools are rolling out and have been rolling out so many virtual opportunities, ways for you to connect with them. And a lot of the schools are schools you probably have, a typical time, maybe not have the opportunity to connect with. So just really taking advantage of those. And even if it's a school that feels far away, or maybe feels like something you would have never thought before, again, to echo Brian, don't limit yourself, like keep those options open, because there are people who are willing to have those conversations, and you might find something that you wouldn't have, expected for yourself. And that's awesome. So yeah, just take advantage of the virtual ops.
Great advice. Bridgewater College, anything to add from you?
Yeah, not only taking advantage of the virtual options, but also if it's possible, definitely going and visiting campus. I know that personally for me was the biggest factor. I remember going through that as a senior in high school, just going to the campus and getting a feel for like what the students are actually like, seeing it for yourself. I think that's the biggest factor. And even if it is a place far away, there is virtual options for you to where you can hopefully like catch a student panel. You can see what student life actually is like. You get to know them that way. Yeah, there are tons of different options to get to know the community. But that's what I definitely suggest, is like getting into the community in some form or fashion.
Yeah, awesome tip there. Thank you. Okay, University of Mississippi, close us out with this question.
Yes, so to echo Mary Beth specifically, and everyone, all my colleagues, definitely do your research on a university or college that you're interested in. Even if it's an all remote possibility, do your research into it, and really see if you can see yourself there. And absolutely, if possible, visit campus. For me, going into my college search, Ole Miss was originally not really on my list, to be honest. But when I really stepped foot on campus, took a campus tour, and really just gave it a chance, I really found that was where I wanted to be, and where I felt like I really made sense for me, and where I felt a valued part of the community. And so definitely, if possible, do a campus tour, attend virtual sessions, and really take time to do your research and start early, which you all are doing by being on with us tonight if you're a current junior or so. So great.
Awesome tips. Well, I feel so fortunate to have had a chance to hear all of this expert advice. I hope all of our attendees enjoyed learning about these unique campuses and their offerings. And I also hope that you'll continue to research these campuses as well. I want to thank our panelists, but I also want to thank everyone who's joined us here tonight, whether you are here live or you are catching the recording. Thank you for being here. Just to note that this is the last session of this event. There will be a transfer event happening in the coming weeks, so take a look at that if that is of interest. And then the recording for this event, along with all of the others, will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Last but not least, when you close out your session today, you're going to have a very quick survey presented to you. We would really appreciate any feedback that you can provide us. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.